Cody Gilbert, 180114681. Parents, please.
Patrick Wood on behalf of the city of Lansing, Your Honor.
Yours, Will, on behalf of Ms. Gilbert.
Okay. As usual, I'd like to do a preemptive strike to the pearl clutchers out there. I know it's sad. I'm already acutely aware that it's sad. Now let's watch it, and there'll be no laughing.
Thank you. Today is the date scheduled for Ms. Gilbert to have a pre-trial for a driving failure to display operator's license.
Your Honor, I would like to request an adjournment for 1 month out from today, just so that Ms. Gilbert can have time to make progress in getting her driver's license reinstated.
The city has no objection to that, Your Honor, but I think that it's discussion.
Her failure to appears for her. Her fourth failure to appears for you.
I'm homeless and I didn't even realize that I've been to court, I've been to jail. I didn't even know it existed. I thought when I got pulled over, I got a ticket and I didn't pay the ticket. That's why I was suspending my license. So it was all brand new to me. When I went to do my taxes, you know, I failed to pay city taxes, so I went to jail and I had to go in front of the judge for that, and then that's when they brought this up. So this first time
And you failed to appear 4 times, so it means I've seen you and then you don't come back.
I don't remember seeing you.
That's a problem.
I don't remember even.
That's a
Did I
problem.
come to court?
That is the whole problem. You were arraigned by the magistrate. We said it, and then you failed to appear for your pre-trial.
I'm sorry.
Don't talk over me. Don't talk over me. You failed to appear for your pretrial after being arraigned by the magistrate. Your pretrial was scheduled for, I think, February 11th. And it looks like you told the magistrate that you didn't have any, no good people in your life, so you took full responsibility. That was December 30th, 2024. So to say,
probably true.
so to say that you were not aware now is not the facts, because this was December 30th.
I know it don't matter. It don't matter what was going on to me that I had forgotten. I had a lot of bad people in my life preying on me, and I'm sorry that I didn't remember. I had people
Somebody's phone
on. Never mind, just throw the person all the way to.
Ma'am, calm down. No, take your phone. Calm down.
I had my license on my back.
Ma'am, I need you to calm down. Okay, just calm down.
Well, your kids are trying to kill you, and you
don't know anything. You don't know anything about me.
I don't. I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown.
No, I'm asking you to calm down.
I can't
Breathe.
I don't. You just don't. I don't know why. Can I just leave? I just want to go home.
Just breathe.
It's easy for her to say that. I'm gonna get my.
No.
I just cannot handle this.
Not over a failure to display a license.
They hear me, Judge. I had my license at the time. I just didn't have it on my person. Another thing, I have an OW. I've never gotten pulled over for no reason.
I didn't say anything about OW. I don't know anything about that, ma'am.
That's why they took my license.
I don't know anything about that. I just want you to calm down. This is a city ordinance, madam. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Calm down. Your life is far more important than this case. You understand that?
No.
No, well, you need to.
Yeah. I'm homeless. I'm gonna go sleep under a bridge tonight because there's no help for homeless people in this city. I've been down to the city rescue mission. I'm on a list. And I have my kids trying to kill me. I have people stealing from me. I don't have nothing left that I own.
I believe everything that you're saying.
I'm just sorry. I know you're a judge. Like, not trying to disrespect you.
I don't think you're trying to.
This morning, I just got,
Do you need to have a seat? Do you think that will help?
no.
Just breathe. It's a no option possession, ma'am.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just being judged by everybody.
Who's judging you? Raise your hand if you're judging her.
Not the people behind me. Like, just everybody.
Nobody in here raise their hand.
I don't want to talk.
Nobody in here raise their hand. No one's judging you, ma'am.
I don't.
We're trying to figure out how to help you, and I don't know that setting it out is the best way, and that is why I'm going over the record. I have a responsibility to do that. I have to understand why you were missing for it and the likelihood of you coming back if I set this
I have
out.
people praying on me. I have a stepson that was trying,
I don't
a
need-
daughter that was
you don't
trying
have to
to
share-
murder me.
You don't have to share all your intimate details in the court. I recognize that you told the magistrate that you didn't have any good people in your life. Then you didn't come back in February.
I probably got my ass beat by my husband. I don't know why I didn't come back. I
Do you
don't
need to
know.
talk to her privately, please?
Yes.
Maybe you can get her to calm down.
I just want to.
Also, excuse me, Attorney Reed, before you go, this Ariel Goss. And it looks like you've been assigned to me as well, but we never went to a
Okay, this is Brecken's fault. I think you can laugh here.
breakout room and I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I just didn't want to interrupt nobody.
Thank you. I don't believe,
You already interrupted. Dion Larkins. Dion Calvin Larkins.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good morning to you. This is the City of Detroit versus Dion Calvin Larkins. Case number SP 1685872, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 168587551, SP 1732119, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1732126, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Joseph Pernicano, P84918, appearing on behalf of Dion Larkins. Date and time set for bench trial. Mr. Larkins, state your full name for the record, including your middle name.
Dion Calvin Larkins.
Your Honor, I believe both officers have checked in, Officers Anthony Hill and Isaiah Hernandez.
Corporal Hill and Hernandez. What's the resolution?
Your Honor, I apologize, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Corporal Hill he was here. He's in the courtroom, Your Honor. Yeah, he's okay. And Hernandez, is Officer Hernandez here? All right, what's the resolution, Counselor?
Your Honor, I was spot appointed on this at our last pre-trial. I briefly spoke with my client on that date, and the matter was set for bench trial. I have had an opportunity to speak with my client outside of court. He has retained counsel on his driver's license restitution, that attorney being Asai Abdo. They are diligently working to get his license back. I would be respectfully requesting the court to adjourn this matter and set it for a pre-trial to give my client that opportunity to obtain his driver's license. If he were to move forward with a plea resolution today, it could negatively impact that process. I understand that it is set for bench trial today, that the officers did appear, but I'm respectfully requesting an adjournment of today's court date so that my client can do that.
Mr. Larkin, you've been back and forth, back and forth.
I understand that, Judge. And again, I was spot appointed at the last court date. I would have, if I had had all the information, I would have asked for an adjournment at that time. This information came to me after, I appeared briefly before the court on this.
And what new information did you gather?
I did not know that he had retained counsel and was currently deep in the process of getting his driver's license. And Mr. Larkins,
He loves to talk. Go ahead, let him talk.
I know. I'm advising that you can speak regarding that, Mr. Larkins.
Thank you, Attorney Pelicano. Thank you, Judge. The last court date, Your Honor, I wasn't feeling that great. That as soon as court was over, I had no, I'm sorry. Court was over. The following day, I had a hearing with the examiner on the 28th of July. That was at 11 o'clock. I went and checked into the hospital because I wasn't feeling that great. I get a text message. I go to the examiner's office at 11. We're out of there 11 11:07, he asked me about 5 questions, and I went to my meeting, of course, and after that, I went I was home, then I wasn't feeling that well, and then after that, I checked into the hospital. So I had been in the hospital for 10 days, and then but when I was at 11 o'clock, 11:07, I get a text message from the attorney, Cy Abdul, that they had granted me the relief that we had been asking for. So it was just a matter of me taking the paperwork over to the Secretary of State. And it's been a little bit of a challenge because I had surgery on my foot 10 days, about 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago. And so I haven't been able to move on my foot, and I was just waiting for my scooter so I can go around to the Secretary of State to get my license. I just got to present the order from the examiner Clover and present them.
Stop. No, so as the more you talk, the more I'm not willing to do anything else for you. That's how I feel about you, Mr. Larkins. Because every time you come into court, you come in speaking of medical challenges. Let's go back and see what it says. You had a trial date set June the 26th, 2025. I guess that's the day Mr. Pericano was that the day that Mr. Pericano was, he had another pretrial date, July 21st. And those are just the things that I marked in the file. That's before that, let's see. You caught more cases during the pendency of this case. So if it's just a matter of
I think I've got this diagnosed.
Meaning she was bleeding out of her hoo-ha.
him just presenting paperwork to the Secretary of State, why do we have to adjourn for another trial date and have the officers come in again for this man?
Your Honor,
So he can come and tell me another health story?
No,
not
not at all, Your Honor. I'm telling you, I can fax up the paperwork over to Attorney Pericano. There's no story. If ordinarily, Your Honor, I'm Mr. Murphy, who came on the call again. He knows it as about as well as anybody. I have the paperwork on my phone. There's no story. I've been totally honest with you from the very beginning. I don't have to lie to you, Your Honor, about nothing.
Did I say a story was a lie or a story is a story?
No, I'm telling you the truth, Your Honor. I don't have to.
I'm not even judging of the veracity of the story. I'm just saying there's another story I got to hear from you.
Your Honor, I'm just trying.
Give him a deal. I don't need you to say any more to me, sir.
I'm trying to be successful, Your Honor.
Mr. Larkins, please just listen.
Listen, Attorney Pericano. I'm trying to be successful, and on my part, I pay extra money, and we did that. So now we're to the next step. That's all.
Yeah, we're to the next step.
I would have thought, Your Honor. I would have thought you would have been proud and happy of me, Your Honor, because I followed through. That's all. I didn't think I was going to get scolded.
Listen, you have not completely followed through. You've given me some information, and you're sitting here wanting me to believe that you have some information that you can get a valid driver's license, but you haven't done it yet. And you said, I went to the hospital the day that you got out of court last time. That was almost 2 months ago.
Your Honor, you asked me if anything has changed, and things have changed in a positive way, Your Honor. That's your own words. You said, has anything changed? Yes, things have changed.
But you haven't gotten the license. That's what we were here for. That's what we adjourned all of these times for. I have a case going back to September that started March 25th, 2025 for you.
Say that again?
Now, unless he can bring a license in the next day or two, we're going to get him an offer. We're going to go on and move on with these cases. I'm not going to hear from you anymore.
Say that again. like it was complicated.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what is he going to do? Can he present the license or not?
Your Honor, once again.
I'm not going to hear from you. I'm talking to your lawyer. You go in the breakout room and speak with your lawyer about it.
Yes, Judge.
Take him to the breakout room, Mr. Pericano. One of the ones 15 or up down at the bottom or something. Let's pass the matter. All right, who's next?
Ready for Deion Larkins.
Go back on the record last time, Mr. Larkins. Mr. Larkins giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, I've advised my client of the plea offer. At this time, I believe I am going to make a motion to withdraw. There has been a breakdown in the attorney-client relationship. We have a disagreement on the facts and the law applicable to this case, as well as Mr. Larkins has indicated that he would like to retain counsel. And I do not believe there's any way that I can move forward representing Mr. Larkins today.
Well, no, I'm not going to allow him. I'm not going to allow you to keep going back and forth, Mr. Larkins. Start your camera. Start your camera. Turn the background noise off, please.
My camera is on, Your Honor.
All right, turn the background noise off. All right, you got to make a deal today, sir. I'm not giving you any more time.
Well, Your Honor, the deal, he's asking me to make a deal.
I don't need to hear any of what your conversation is about. I just need you to get a deal.
Well, Your Honor, we had a deal with the attorney, the city attorney. He came back with another deal that was not. It was different from the city attorney's a deal that we had before. We had a deal that and you agreed to it, Your Honor. It's like, hey, all these charges would be civil. It wouldn't show up on your Secretary of State license because he said he called me. He did not call me. He said he had his secretary call me. He was supposed to call me a week ago.
Listen,
Your Honor, can I finish?
You like to hear yourself talk. No.
Can I finish?
No.
I have an order.
I said no. You like to hear yourself talk. Either get a deal or we're gonna go to trial, okay? Can you secure him a deal, Mr. Pericano?
Your Honor, I have secured a deal. I have presented it to Mr. Larkins.
What is the deal?
It is to plead guilty to one count of failure to display a valid license. Plead to fail to tarp load, 3-month delayed sentence, 1 count of improper plate, and 1 defective equipment civil infraction. Mr. Larkins has indicated he will not accept that.
All right, we're gonna go to trial then.
Mr. Larkins, to confirm for the record, are you aware of the plea offer?
That's not the plea that Mr. Murphy got me.
I do not know which plea you keep referring to. I'm just trying to confirm.
And you
do
call
you hear
me,
the plea
you call me
being
today.
made?
You just make this offer to me 5 minutes ago, Mr. Pericano. You were supposed to get in touch with me a week before this date.
Mr. Larkins,
I didn't hear from you.
Mr. Larkins.
You got traffic infractions, Jagoff. This is not, the biggest issue an attorney deals with. My God, he got you a deal. Take it or don't. Quit whining.
Stop. Stop. I asked you, do you understand the deal?
No, Your Honor, I do not understand the deal. That's the problem.
Failure to display. Failure to tarp load, improper plate, and what's the last charge?
Defective equipment civil infraction.
Defective equipment. Do you want to take the deal or not?
No, Your Honor.
All right. What was all this stuff about? He has a letter saying he can get his valid driver's license, Mr. Pericano. That's what he told the court.
I have that,
Your Honor. I gotta just go to the Secretary of State. What was all that about?
Your Honor, I have that. I can send it over to the court. I can send it to the court. I can send it to Pericano right now. Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Pericano, what is all that he's talking about?
I have not received a copy of it. He has my phone number and my email. I will ask him to send it to me now so I can review it and advise the court what it is.
All right. All right.
I'll go into the breakout room.
All right, if you talk out of turn one more time, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. You don't speak until I ask you to speak, okay?
Yes, sir.
Go back into the breakout room with Mr. Pericano, breakout room 8. One more time, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let's pass the matter.
Your Honor, this is on Larkins.
Yes.
He did provide me a copy of the order.
Let's go back on the record with Larkins. So get him a license in the next 2 days. Come back. If you don't have a license by, I got the offer here. Failure to display, failure to tar load, improper plate, and defective equipment. If he doesn't have a license by then we're gonna move forward.
By when, Your Honor? I'm sorry, I was breaking up.
By February, by, the, 14th of August. That's the next date. That's the last
Zoom in
time.
on the 14th.
Yeah, that's the last time I'm gonna adjourn it as well.
Understood, Your Honor. Will that be 8:30 or 9 a.m.?
8:30.
Very well, Judge. Thank you. We'll zoom in on 14th at 8:30 a.m.
All right, best of luck to you. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, who's next?
Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor,
Yes.
this is Deion Larkins. My date for my smart link is on the 18th, Monday.
I don't care.
So I won't be able to get in. I won't be able to get in there before the 18th. I have a date for the 18th set that I had paid for previously. I sent that paperwork over to
Well,
Mr. Kerr.
I don't know anything about a smart link. I don't know anything about that. You said all you had to do was go to the Secretary of State and present your license. That's what you said. So August,
And that's the
August 14th, 8:30.
That's the problem, Your Honor. The attorney didn't give you all the information that I provided. I sent him the smart link. I sent him the order from the court, and I sent him the paperwork from me being in the hospital. And all he said,
I'm going with what you told the court, sir. Mr. Larkins, I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you, okay?
Your Honor, all I'm asking for is the Monday.
So August 14th, 2025 at 8:30. Best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
Your Honor, all I'm asking for is a.
All right. Go ahead, who's next?
2013 FY, the People versus Taylor Bowling.
Good morning, Judge Outswinger for the people, plea number P86590.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alyssa Segura with the Neighborhood Defender Service, P86432, appearing on behalf of Taylor Bowling. I'll stand this evening. Your Honor, I'm Taylor Bowling.
Okay, so it's the time and date set for preliminary exam. Is everyone ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Any preliminary matters?
Judge, I would just have a mutual order of sequestration.
Exception for the officer in charge?
That's fine, Judge.
All right, exception for the officer in charge. Is there anyone here in the courtroom that's here on the Tyler Bowling case? Taylor Bowling? Are the two of you here on this?
I'm the victim. She was at work that day.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask, is the complaining witness your first
Yes, sir.
witness? Sir, if you can stay in, ma'am, I don't know if you have the potential to be a witness at trial, so I'm just gonna ask that you step in the hallway, okay? And sir, all right, so we're ready to go. Anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, call your first witness.
You call Matthew Stephen Gerwit.
Mr. Gurin?
Garrett, I'll spell it.
Garrett.
Garrett,
Garrett.
sorry.
All right, that's easy. Sir, can you come on up, and when you get to the top here, just stand and face me. Do you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you can have a seat. I want you to start by saying your first and last name, and then spelling your first and last name.
Matthew Garrick, MATTHEWGERICK.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning. Were you involved in an incident that occurred at the location of 9/4?
July 8th.
Yep, July
Okay,
8th.
go ahead.
And that's in County of Wayne?
Yes,
And what is that location?
that would be her house,
Who's
And-
her?
Taylor Bowling.
And at that location, what happened?
That's where we were located, my Tortoise and all the stolen things that they took from the house.
And when you say,
This is Deluxe Crusader's fault. He keeps putting the tortoise in there. I'm assuming it's a he. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of the crazy crowd over in Discord. Let me tell you, I don't know. They help me a lot. Big shout out to my Discord crew. But let me tell you, they have fun over there, but it is a wild and varying group of personalities. It is all over the board. But thank you.
You said a tortoise and things stolen from the house.
That was tools, gardening equipment.
Judge, I guess I would object to lack foundation, if we could just back up a bit.
I'll ask it.
Sustained. Go ahead.
Describe the items that were taken.
I had Milwaukee impact driver, battery operated, that was stolen. They stole my tortoise. They stole a grow tray, a 55-gallon drum. I had a 250-gallon stainless steel trough. Man, it was antique liquor bottles, license plates, vintage license plates, all types of things. They just kind of picked whatever they wanted out of the yard and took it.
And where were these items at that location?
They were located in a.
And
That's where they originally were kept by you?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
and the items were.
Ma'am,
I told you.
no, don't, if you want to whisper to your attorney, that's okay, but I don't need any theatrics. Okay, go.
Thank you, Judge. What was the estimated value of all these items that were taken?
Around $3,000.
And these items are personally your items?
Yes, Judge.
And you gave nobody permission to take these items?
Oh, absolutely not. I would never let anyone take a pet that I had for 13 years.
And did you end up, what did you end up doing to try and locate these items?
So that very next day when I got to the house, I noticed that there was stuff missing from the yard. And
When you say the next day, can we back up? Because I'm confused. So these items are all kept at your property on Wick Road?
Yes.
All right. And you said on August or July 8th, you found them. But
Yes.
can you back up and tell me, when did you notice, when you say the day, the
Hey,
other,
we noticed they were missing the 8th.
on the July 8th?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you,
go
Judge.
ahead.
And what did you do when you noticed these items were missing?
I immediately called the police station. I called my boss and told them that my tortoise was missing because I was supposed to leave for work that day. So it was going to put everything on hold so that I could find him. And when I had told my boss about
I'm really enjoying the tortoise flashes.
that's when we had found her pictures online on Facebook with the tortoise.
When you say you found her, do you see that person in the courtroom today?
Taylor Bowling right there.
Please let the record reflect the witnesses identified the defendant.
That had to take forever, honestly.
Can you tell me an item of clothing
Oh,
she's
yes,
wearing?
sir.
She's wearing a white t-shirt.
Record shall so reflect.
Thank you, Judge. And you said you saw her with your items on where?
On Facebook. She actually took pictures of them and posted them online. So that's how we were able to find her and then, track her down to her house.
And the pictures of the photos with the defendant, were those the items that were taken from you?
Yeah, some of them.
And what did you do next?
And that's when we called the police department, told them I had found out where my tortoise was, and I requested their help to come back and get it before it turned into another situation.
And what happened next?
The police department showed up. We went over to her house. Cops talked to her for a little bit. They found all my stuff in the backyard.
I can't even with this. You steal from your neighbor, then you post the goods online, and they're like weird things, so they're like very distinctive. Oh my God, the stupidity of this.
And they arrested her.
One moment, Judge. No further questions.
All right, go ahead. Cross.
Yes, Judge. Sir, you indicated that the house in Taylor was a property that you own, correct?
Which house in Taylor? The Wick Road
The
house?
Wick Road house.
Yes.
And you don't live there though, correct?
No, I do live there.
You do live there.
Yes. I have a certificate of occupancy for the house, and that is my Stengel house.
Do you remember talking to the police on the day of
Is this one on the way to Planet Fitness or what's going on here?
this incident on the 8th?
I just moved in there recently.
Just answer the listen to the question, answer the question, okay? She's
Yes,
You do remember talking with the police?
yes,
Okay, and you remember telling the police that you live in Southgate, Michigan, correct?
I have more than one house, ma'am.
Okay, and do you also remember telling them that you did not live at the address on Wick Road?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember telling them that?
No.
Okay, give me 1 second. Do you recall telling them that you were not living at the address because you were doing renovations there?
I had been doing some work there, but we lived there on and off. I don't,
The last time that you were at the address before the 8th was Thursday, the 3rd, is that correct? July 3rd?
last day I was there, yes. But I have an 18-year-old son that has a driver's license that goes and checks on the Tortoise, and I also have a wife that goes over there and checks on him also.
Okay, so they go over to this property to check on the Tortoise.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm surprised he has a wife. Let me just say that.
But they don't live there on a day-to-day basis, is that correct?
No.
Okay.
But
And-
why does it matter if they live there on a day-to-day basis?
Just sir, don't argue, listen.
Hold on.
Listen, look at me, listen, focus. She's allowed to ask questions. Just answer her questions. She can make her argument. The prosecutor gets a chance to ask you more questions, okay?
Okay.
Just answer the questions, and I don't know if it matters or not yet. So that's why, just answer her questions, be honest, let's get through this. Fair?
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
So on July 8th, you were going over to the house to cut the grass, is that correct?
Yes.
On Wick Road?
Yes.
Okay. And so you would agree that the grass was somewhat overgrown?
Sure.
Okay. And you indicated that the Tortoise lives at that Wick address, is that correct?
Yes.
In the backyard?
In his own apartment.
Okay, and that apartment that you're referring to is a shed, is that correct?
It has a garage attached to it, water and electricity. So if that's what you want to call a shed, you could.
Okay. Well, I believe that that's what you told the police, isn't that correct?
I never said shed.
No, what was the word that you used?
It's a 1-bedroom apartment.
I'm talking about where the Tortoise goes.
He has his own apartment. That's what I tell everybody. If you would like to get my boss in here, my wife, they'll tell you that's the joke. I have a Tortoise that has his own apartment.
Okay, but I'm not asking about
Does
the
he
joke.
live in, let me just ask. Does
He lives in the apartment.
Listen, calm down. We can get, I'll put you in the back. This isn't a joke, and we're not gonna make a mockery of the court. Listen, but I understand that's the joke. What I'm trying to figure out, is it a garage with an apartment on top?
It's a side-by-side garage.
Okay.
There's a 1-car garage on one side and a
And a
1-bedroom apartment on the other.
Okay, and the Tortoise stays in the apartment
Yeah, he gets the
connected
door
to the
open.
garage?
Yeah.
We can't talk over each other.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Segura, go.
Yes, thank you, Judge. Just to reiterate, you did inform the officer that the Tortoise is kept in the backyard and you leave the shed door open for him to access a shelter, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Additionally, you indicated that when you went to the apartment, you observed that items were missing, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, but you did not personally observe Miss Bowling take the items from your property, correct?
No.
Okay. And you have no personal knowledge of Miss Bowling aside from these Facebook posts that you observed, correct?
No.
Okay. So on direct examination, you informed the prosecutor that the total amount of items that was stolen was about $3,000. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember giving a price to Officer Tuardi of all of the items taken of your property?
No, because we never actually had a solid number. We were just tossing stuff around. I was told to add everything up and bring it to court with me.
Okay, and so, the day that you recovered the items from the backyard of Miss Bowling's address, you were going through a truck bed, is that correct?
Yeah, that's where the stuff was.
Okay, and after going through the items, well, while you were going through the items, Officer Torty was writing a list down of everything that was taken, is that correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay,
Everything that was taken or everything that was recovered?
everything that was recovered. Thank
Okay.
you, Judge. And then, while he was going down that list, then he said, okay, now give me a ballpark of what these items, cost. Do you remember that conversation with him?
Yeah, it was a month ago.
Okay, and in giving that total of those items, you would agree that you were giving the price that you purchased them for, correct?
Sure.
Okay. And do you recall how long ago you purchased those items?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Okay, and would you say it was like over 4 years ago or 5 years ago?
Tortoise is 13 years old. The electric impact was 2 years old. All the tools out of my toolbox, those are 10 plus years old. I had them from my first job at the envelope factory.
Okay, and the tools that you mentioned, so they were 10 plus years old?
There's a whole set of tools, yeah.
Okay, and do you recall giving a total of those to the officer on that day?
I do not.
Okay, would you? Find the tools specifically. Okay, would reviewing the report that Officer Torty put together refresh your recollection?
Maybe.
Okay, Judge, may I approach?
You may.
After you review the total value, when your memory is refreshed, please look at me.
There's missing things here.
Yeah, that's
This is not a whole complete list to add off of.
correct. I'm just asking for the tools specifically, which is the last one.
The bottom one here,
Yes.
5 1,000 watt ballast lights.
Yes.
That one is $700, yeah.
Yes, okay, so your memory is refreshed.
Kind of, sure.
Okay, and you just reiterated that the amount was $700, is that correct?
For the one item, yes.
Okay, and that was the amount that you paid for them, correct?
Probably.
Okay. And then, along with all of the other items, you would agree that there was empty beer kegs,
Yes.
a wheelbarrow,
Yep.
some shovels,
Yep.
inflatable racks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you said like old license plates?
Yep.
Okay. Also, do you recall speaking with a detective a day or so after this incident?
I was called briefly.
I don't even want to think about what's going on at the Tortoise Shack. I really don't.
Just to see if I had talked to anybody else, and then that was it.
Okay. In regards to the tortoise, do you remember having a conversation with him about the tortoise?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We did talk about the tortoise, sorry.
No.
I was on my way to Louisiana that day.
No, you're fine. And so in talking about the tortoise, well, first off, you indicated that you got the tortoise 13 years ago. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. And where did you get the tortoise from?
Bought it from a reptile show in Kalamazoo.
Reptile show in Kalamazoo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And was it like a reputable buyer or seller, I guess? Do they have a license?
It was a whole reptile breeder. Yeah, he was I don't remember the name.
Was it a reputable guy? Yeah. Yeah, it was a reputable guy. It was freaking Joe Dirt in Kalamazoo. What are you, who's kidding who here? You think he's got a lab coat on or something?
The breeder, but he had a whole bunch of snakes and a whole bunch of tortoises.
Okay.
And
So like he would sell
Is it-
items
yeah.
like this?
yes, that's what he did for
Okay.
a living.
And have you ever gotten your tortoise appraised?
No, I've never had this one appraised, no.
Okay. And additionally, you indicated that all of the items that you had taken from you, the ballpark number that you threw out was $3,000. Do you have any documentation today that shows the value of those items?
I don't have it with me today, but if you would like me to go and find you some values for all these items, I could absolutely do that.
Okay, I just didn't, no need to do that. I was just asking for today's purposes.
Yeah, I've already found,
Okay,
like if I had to replace that tortoise, I would be able to buy one that is 10 inches smaller and it's $1,700
okay,
for just the smaller tortoise.
the smaller tortoise.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay, understood. Last question I have for you, and I know you didn't bring it, I'm assuming you didn't bring it today, but the Facebook posts of Miss Bowling, did you provide those to the police department? I know you showed them to them, but did you ever?
no, they didn't. That's what I think. I've never brought them, but they're actually in my cell phone. I think my wife has it.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you never showed it to, or I guess
The
you never.
cops on the scene seen it.
Okay.
But the detectives, I haven't been in here to talk to anybody yet. Everything's been done soon.
Okay, understood. I have no further questions, Judge.
Any redirect?
Nothing further on the people, Judge.
Can this witness be excused?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you, sir. You're all set. Any further witnesses?
The people just gonna call Officer Torty. It'll be relatively quick.
All right, can you spell the last name for me?
Yes, TWARDY.
Party, okay. Officer Party, you can come on around here to the witness stand. Can you stand and face me and raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have a seat there at that witness chair. I want you to start by saying your first and last name and spelling your first and last name.
My first and last name, Dylan Twardy. First name is spelled D-Y-L-A-N. Last name is spelled T-W-A-R-D-Y.
All right, thank you. Your witness.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon. And where do you work at?
The Taylor Police Department.
And are you an officer?
Yes, sir.
And were you an officer on the date of 07/08/2025?
Yes, sir.
And did your work bring you to the location of 94180?
Correct.
And that's in County of Wayne?
Yes.
And what brought you to that location?
It was a call for service that I was handling.
And when you got to the location, what happened?
At the Holland address, I made contact with the defendant in this case.
When you're saying the defendant and you made contact with, can you please point to that person you made contact with and identify the piece of clothing they're wearing?
Yes, the defendant is sitting right there wearing a white t-shirt.
Please let the record reflect the witnesses identify the defendant.
The record shall so reflect.
And when you made contact with the defendant, what happened?
My partner and I had informed the defendant that we were investigating a larceny case. We had indicated that there was a missing tortoise from the victim. The defendant subsequently admitted to being in possession of said tortoise.
So the defendant said to you that she had the tortoise?
Yes.
And what did you do?
My partner had informed the defendant that the victim was just looking to get his tortoise back. At that point, the defendant had retrieved the tortoise for us from an enclosed cage in her backyard.
And what happened next?
At that point, when I witnessed the defendant go back to retrieve the tortoise, I noted a white pickup truck next to the enclosed cage that had a large pile of numerous items in the bed of the truck.
And did you look at those items?
Briefly did. I did not approach the truck at that time, but I just witnessed the items from where I was standing at that moment.
And did you eventually go look at the items up closer?
Eventually, yes.
And what happened next?
My partner and I had asked the defendant about that truck and the items in the bed. I do not recall any specific statements that the defendant made regarding the specific items in the truck, but I had noted to the defendant that the victim was just looking to retrieve his property back. At what point the defendant provided consent for the victim to come onto the property to retrieve any items that may be his.
And did the victim come to the property?
Yes.
And did the victim recover his items?
Yes.
No further questions, Judge.
Cross.
I have no questions, Judge.
Can this witness be excused?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you, sir. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any further witnesses?
No further witnesses from the people, Judge.
Defense isn't calling any witnesses, Judge.
Thank you. All right, closing.
Yes,
Anything?
Judge. People, motion to bound over on count one. the first witness Matthew Garrick, testifies that there were items taken and the items holding a value, estimated value of over $3,000. The items were not given permission to anyone to take those items. The defendant, as the victim stated, posted those items on Facebook. The defendant saw those items on Facebook. The defendant then went to the location for Officer Twardy, who testified that the defendant admitted to taking the Tortoise, and the victim went there and recovered the items that were taken from him as well. The people motion to bind over on count one.
Judge, we would object to the bind over in this matter. According to the jury instruction for receiving and concealing stolen property,
I got you, Nigel.
the third element is, let me actually take that back. The fourth element is that the property had a fair market value when it was bought, received, possessed, concealed of. And in this instance, it's being charged as $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000. And under Michigan Criminal Jury Instruction 22.1, to determine the fair market value of property, you have to apply the fair market value test. And so that test, defines what fair market value is. And it's defined as the price the property would have sold for in the open market at the time and in the place that the items were possessed. And so in this instance, Judge, he gave a number of $3,000. And in talking with him, he did admit that the amount that he gave to Officer Twardy on that day for all of the items was what he had purchased the items for. And so in talking with him, additionally, Judge, he indicated that some of the items were purchased as long as 10 years plus ago. And so, as obviously we're all aware as to how society in the market works, items that were purchased do not sell for what they were purchased for. They're the amount that they were purchased for. So if I buy tools 10 years ago that were $700, there's no telling how much those tools would cost or be sold for today. And so that is what the determination has to be in a receiving and concealing case when the amount is at issue. And additionally, Judge, he provided no documentation as to the value of these items. Some of the items that he was referring to were old license plates. I mean, how do you put a value on that, Judge? So for that reason, I would argue that the people have failed to meet their burden to establish even by a probable cause standard, the fourth element of what the fair market value of the property that was possessed was. And so for that reason, Judge, I would object to the bind over.
All right, thank you. I don't need a response. The witness testified that with respect to the argument made by defense counsel, the witness testified to a long list of property that was taken, gardening equipment, tools, rafts. I mean, there was so much. And the tortoise. He estimated the value to be around $3,000. The court can also use common sense and reason, and the jury instructions say that. And certainly that's a question of fact for a trier of fact, but he testified the tortoise alone, if he wanted to repurchase a tortoise on the tortoise market, the cost of the tortoise would be $1,800 for one of the smaller size. I mean, I don't know if they cost more based on size, but just
I really liked on the tortoise market. That tickled me.
Just the cost of the tortoise alone, he told us what he looked at and what it would cost. And just based on that alone, he's meet the threshold of $1,000. As to the other items, it's a question of fact for a trier of fact. I do find that the defendant or the prosecutors met their burden by a preponderance of the evidence, which is all that's needed for today as to count one. And the defendant will be bound over to Third Circuit Court for future proceedings on the charges and the complaint and warrant, and the arraignment on the information date is September 8th of 2025.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Well, there you have it. The tortoise caper. I still don't know what happened with the damn tortoise, though. What happened to the tortoise? Is the tortoise still alive? Did I miss that? I'm like glued to the chat. Nobody knows. I just don't like how we're talking about this tortoise like it's an ex-tortoise. This tortoise is pining for the fjords. It's back. So he got his tortoise back. Okay. I feel better. He got the tortoise back. Although I kind of feel better, but then that guy is flaky as hell. He doesn't deserve to have his stuff stolen. He's certainly the victim of this little crime here. No two ways about it, but he's irritating as hell. He can't answer a question, and he says the flakiest crap. And like, if you're gonna have an animal, I don't know how tortoises work. Maybe they like solitude. I don't know. I don't effing know. But why do you get it? Why do you get a tortoise and hook him and set him up in an apartment that you don't live in? Why? I've got some speculation on why that is. But I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying it almost sounds like an excuse to leave the house a lot. Okay, that's well done. That's 2 today, Richard. Well played. Well played. All right, that's what we got. Thank y'all for coming out. That was just a weird one. That was just I got an apartment for my alpaca. Hell no, I want my alpaca with me. Those alpacas are freaking cute and fluffy. I recommend an alpaca to anyone. Since I've spent 30 seconds with an alpaca, I'm now an expert on the topic. All right. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. I will see you soon.